Judging by this new video that Andile put out to refute Fxgoat's claims, things are not looking good for the Fxgoats. Let's get into it. As you guys may know, ever since that fateful interview that Andrew did with Top Trader SA, the goats have been coming out swinging, not only against Andrew, but against Andile as well. And from where I'm sitting, that is their biggest mistake in this whole saga, simply because Andrew confirmed things that we already knew. Andile brought out a whole lot of new things, and I mean, it wasn't to the point where he was exposing it. He's just clearing his name, and for him to clear his name, he has to show the things that he has shown us. So let's get into it, and I'm gonna show you guys all of the things that is new to me and all of the things that really shows me how disingenuous the Fxgoat twins are. So firstly, in the beginning of the video, he somewhere speaks about how the twins said that I'm talking shit about them and how I am texting them for relevance. Now we'll get to the texting because they speak about that early in the video, but I never spoke shit about them. I spoke about the land. Why, when you are being pressed about it, you only want to come out and say the truth? But the whole time, you guys, the twins, you guys were sending your fans to come and hate on us, to come and hate on the truth. And you have the audacity to say that I was talking shit on you guys. How come everything that I have said have come to pass? One thing that is very clear that Andile made clear to us as well is the fact that Fxgoat is run like a cult. Now, if you have any understanding of what the cult is, it's almost like they prescribe to you what you should wear, how you should live, what you should say, when you should say it, how you should move, how you should make your money, how you should present yourself to the public, all of those things. And when you hear what Andile has been saying, it's almost sounding like the Fxgoat tries to control all of their members. Therefore, when you look on their socials, you will see that it looks like a united front. But when you speak to them one by one, you kind of get to your own conclusion, almost like, why does it seem like everyone is running their own spaza shop? In the 16th minute now, this became really clear to me. You guys must know that the Fxgoat said that Andrew, as a white man, is hating on them as black boys because they are doing better than him. And I'd just like to pause for a second on this blatant and poor race bait attempt, because when you look at this part of the video, you can clearly hear them saying Andrew was appointed because he's a white.
And sometimes, guys, being a black young guy, some people wanna, look down on you and stuff like that. So we try to put a white person because there is white supremacy. That's a little workplace. A lot of people are scared of that.
Not because he can run a company, not because he has qualifications to run a company, not because he has any experience in running a company, not because you can look into the history and see, okay, these are the companies. None of that. He got appointed on the tone of white supremacy. Now, the twins were putting themselves in the back burner because you have employed someone just because he's white, not because he's educated to do the job or experienced to do the job. You shot yourselves in the foot. When I got to the 20th minute, right, to me, the idea that everyone in Fxgoats is traders has left me. Because when you look at how Andile was emphasizing the fact that as a mentor, as a director, as whatever role you had in Fxgoat, you were forced to bring in sales. And if you didn't bring in sales, your job was on the line. Your job was being threatened. So how does that work if you are a trader though? I'm not fully catching that. When it comes to the cars, guys, how many times must I tell you guys, these people buy the cars through financing, and Andile just exposed that. No one purchased cars cash, despite them saying so. And then there's still some of you guys that's telling me, oh, but these cars are worth so many millions. How can they make debt for... Huh? Come again? All of their cars were bought through financing, and then you are made believe that it was bought cash. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this again. When I say these mentors are making money off people, I sincerely mean it, because these cars were bought with company funds, right? Where does the company funds come from? Was it profits that was traded for? Was it brand deals? No. It was clients' money. And the fact that you could borrow from the company to perform a stunt to lure people in. That just shows how disingenuously this company was run. I mean, they are busy telling us, oh, look at the market, XYZ profits, we profit so much, we just bought this car, but then in the back end, it's like loan on loan on loan, and we don't know about it. And this is what I'm constantly telling you guys, you must do fact checking. You must check if what this person is saying is real or not, because yeah, this people is taking your money to buy material possessions so that they can lure in other people that don't know nothing. And let's be real, I have harped on this for so long. Cars are just marketing material. It's not even that they are driving that cars themselves. It's not even that is their daily driver. It's not even that car even gets driven around. That car is just financed so that they can take pictures in it, take videos in it, to kind of show to you, we're living the life. But at the end of the day, you are living the life to whose detriment? The clients, obviously. This is the last time I'm gonna say it, guys. Cars are bought so that you can fall into their trap, so that they can lure you in. And whenever they come with this lie of, oh, we hide our number plates for safety reason, but we can still see your whole car, sir. We see where you go dine at night. We see the clubs that you frequent. So coming to find you would not even be such a mission, simply because we know what car you're driving. Like, it doesn't make sense, guys. Just do me a favor next time. Don't argue me when I'm telling you these guys are driving financed cars and they come and tell you that it's cash cars. Don't argue me. I know what I'm talking about. Emmanuel lying about Andile stealing money, which he actually haven't, which was attained through a process that every other director used to get money so they can pull stunts, is just highly disingenuous, simply because at the back end, Emmanuel knows. But listen, if I just say this to the people, they will believe me and they won't believe him. And that is what happened for a moment, because let's be honest, they had us all fooled for a second. For a second, we all believed that, listen, that man is under investigation, that man stole something. We are waiting for the police report so that we can understand what actually happened there. But no reports were ever published, or they didn't come forth with any statements. Instead, what we just saw a business crumbling piece by piece. But still, him lying about the fact that that guy stole money, which he never did, that just kind of shows you guys how disingenuous they are. And it kind of proves to me that they are just used to being loved in the public eye. They don't like it when people challenge them. Like I said, there is a brief moment where they said that I texted them for more information. And as you guys know me, I'm not gonna hide anything from you guys. They texted me first. They mentioned me in their story. Why did they mention me in their story? Is it maybe because they needed my attention there so that I can do the react video that I did? Think. I went ahead and I asked them, listen, I want to speak a little bit more about North Star Fx, man. Can we do that? They said, nah, cool, we just need a new mic, right? And then my last message to them was, looking at your video and the stuff that you guys have said, you guys are definitely challenging what Andrew has said, right? But you guys must obviously know me. Proof over words, and Andrew has shown proof, and Andile has now also shown proof. So for me, it was just a case of, you guys need to show more, because at this point it's proof over word of mouth, and your word of mouth is not mouthing. Because everything that you guys are saying, people are refuting as a lie, and they're bringing evidence to prove their point. The moment I backed off from going back to asking them about North Star Fx, right, was after me and Andile got into conversation, because I told him, bruh, what do you have to say about this? And he was like, okay, now, just wait. Sunday you will hear my part. So I already knew this video was coming. I just didn't know what was going to be in this video, right? I already knew that. And for me, it was like, why would I now spend my time building up the Fxgoats, knowing very well they don't like me, they don't like my platform, they don't like what I'm doing. So now I'm building you And then Andile comes with solid proof, which he has. Mans had a screenshot with solid proof for everything that he mentioned there. Now he does that and he breaks you all down publicly again. But now I'm collateral. Because once again, I have helped you up, which I never did. Let's just get that straight. I have never ever built up any forex trader on this platform, and I never ever will because of stuff like this. Fxgoat had us all fooled from jump. Fxgoat has had us believing that they were top tier since jump, but we never confound its credit and loans and director privileges in the back end. They were one of the biggest lifestyle sellers out there, and it's time that we admit it. I'm not sure if they're gonna make a response to what Andile has made. From my perspective, where I'm sitting, if I was them, I wouldn't respond to anything touching on that in the future, because evidently, guys, when they get on camera, they hurt themselves. They had the opportunity to talk the truth, but they started lying, and it's biting them now. I sincerely hope this will be the last of this nonsense. But as we know, drama things, there's still very much more to come out. So as soon as that information comes, you guys most definitely know I'm gonna let you guys in on the loop. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. If you came this far, thank you so much. I'm sorry for the sweats. I'm still a little bit sick, as you can hear by my voice. I almost died. But thank you so much, guys, for your prayers, your support, your messages. I sincerely appreciate it. I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers.